3, 5 through 7. Hmm. Okay, next to them, the Heconites made repairs, but their nobles did not put their necks to the work of the land. So what it is these nobles, whatever it is, they may think they're too good. They they don't want to get their hands dirty. you know, sometimes we may think, get the idea that, well, let somebody else do that. God's got a more important job for me. No, this is never the attitude we're to have. When the disciples first appointed deacons, it wasn't because taking care of the widows was less important. It was because they were called to do something else already, and they couldn't give that up. It doesn't mention anything about the nobles doing something else. It just mentions them doing nothing. Do we make excuses so we can do nothing for the Lord like these nobles? Or do we group together like these Teclonites to do what needs to be done? Josada, son of Pushka, and Melnin, the son of Bedera, repaired the old gate. They laid the beams and set up the doors and its bolts and its bars. So this old gate may be because it goes to the old part of town. It may be because it's one of the first gates built at the temple. Either way, they're making repairs to it to make this gate work. This gate, from the description of how they're rebuilding it, is just pretty much there in pieces. And so they got to rebuild it. They got to put it together. And probably find new materials as well. But they're also working together, the two of them, to rebuild this gate. Sometimes we see in this how some just do it on their own, and some work together, and we see with the nobles where they don't do anything. Sometimes what the Lord gives us to do is more than what we on our own can handle. And He'll give us a helper, somebody to help us. And we're to work together to benefit and bring about the glory of God of what He wants us to have done. Okay, verse 7. Next to them, Meleth the Gemonite, and Jaddeth the Marathonite, the men of Gibeah and of Mizah, repaired the residence of the governor beyond the river. So this is beyond the river of Euphrates. They're working on the governor Babylon, I believe it would be. And this is made mention here. Well, first off, it says built the next section. So this is the next section of the wall. But they're also okay. Another translation says, as far as the residence of the governor. So this is a big, huge piece of wall they're rebuilding, making repairs to. They're actually building it completely. And now, most likely, this wall did not go all the way to the Euphrates. The idea that's kind of silly. It went to his residence in Jerusalem. When he would come in, he most likely would stay for a little bit and then go. But so they're rebuilding a big section of the wall here. Now, this isn't to appease the governor, although it may seem that way, and the governor may take it that way. When we serve God, people may be thinking we're trying to please them. That isn't at all what happens. They may think that, they may even be encouraged and feel good about themselves by that. But they were rebuilding this wall because this wall needed to be built. And if we get an attitude where we're trying to please people, then ultimately we're not going to please God. But if we get an attitude, we're going to do this, serve the Lord, and please Him, then there'll be people happy with us. But there'll also be people who's unhappy. Because to follow the Lord means we offend people.